Hi, this is Barry Livingstone, and this video is about making a family vacations budget. This is a video describing a basic tutorial and free software that I've developed to help families plan their vacation budgets. This video is by me, Barry Livingstone, copyright 2013, 5starfor1.com, all rights reserved. Alright, let's get started. Alright, when you open the file, the first tab you'll see is the basic instructions. Just basically welcomes you to the file and the budget template and describes in brief what some of the cells you'll see on the budget calculator are for. Any cells in color basically you can change except for the one at the bottom, your lavender one. That's your total trip cost. You don't want to change that one. The yellow cells represent, facts about your trip. Who's going, what's going on, where are you staying, how are you planning to get there, that sort of thing. Green cells represent your typical travel habits. Do you tend to dine out? Are you traveling with children or seniors? Things that can add on costs to your trip. The blue cells are the prevailing costs of your trip. What's the price of gas going to be where you're going, or what do you think the typical ticket price is going to be if you're flying. There's also a link or two out to get current rates on hotels and other things. The white cells contain calculations you don't want to touch. Those will flow through naturally based on the decisions you make in the other colored cells. And as I said before, the lavender cells are your total costs. Alright, so now let's take a look at the budget worksheet itself. We're going to handle this in kind of two sections. So the first section covers a lot of the decisions that you're going to make. These are facts based on the trip you're planning to take. Who's going, whether they're children or seniors in the party that you're taking, how many nights you're going to stay. You fill in all these details starting with the yellow cells to help figure out the demographics of your trip. You can also detail where you're going to stay to try to save some money. If you're going to stay with friends or relatives, that's a great way to save some money. If you're going to use a timeshare that you have, you should have already paid for that, so that's not going to add any additional cost. Or you could try a timeshare tour to save some money. That's a great way if you're taking a short trip to one of the popular destinations like Orlando or Las Vegas or Myrtle Beach or places like that. You can sometimes get a deep discount on staying there. Of course, they'll try to sell you a timeshare at the end, but in the meantime, you have a great vacation stay. The green cells are kind of cost adders. Figure about 8% per year of age for your child as a cost adder. Once they get to over, say, the teenage years, just count them as an adult because they're going to cost about the same as you in terms of your stay. There are things you can change in the blue cells regarding specific costs. Typical cost of a hotel night, for example. You can click the link to the side of that blue cell to get the current rates where you're staying. So you can do a search online for current rates and fill in that cell. Average cost per meal. There's another cell that you can vary to try to massage what you think your average cost is going to be. And all this stuff is just going to flow through and calculate based on the other decisions you make. So multiple cells, multiple variables affect your costs, and it's reflected all in the budget worksheet for you. Do you want to fly? Are you going to drive? Are you going to rent a car? How many miles are you going? All these things affect the cost. Any tolls you might see, but we'll get into that later. Down towards the bottom, you can just barely see the total cost heading at the bottom right, but we'll get into more detail on that on the next slide. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the bottom half of this of the worksheet. Alright, so now we're looking at the bottom half of the worksheet, where you can add in any discretionary items that you might have, additional cost adders that you might expect to run into. For example, if there are a lot of shows or museums or attractions that you want to go see, throw in the ticket price in those blue cells, and you can kind of plan for those costs as well. Gifts. Hey, you're traveling, you want to get gifts for friends and family. This is a place for that, and you can add cells in there if you want, if you have more gifts you're planning to get, or you can double up as needed. And then there's miscellaneous stuff. If you fly, you're probably gonna have to park your car somewhere, or you may take a bus. You may park for free somewhere and take a bus or other public transportation to the airport. So any costs you have, tolls, that can go in there. Any other miscellaneous costs that you might have can go in this bottom section, and they all roll up into that white section just above the subtotal section. And all of them you'll see add into the total cost on the top right of the picture you're seeing here. Alright, that's our quick overview of the Family Budget Vacations worksheet. So take a look at it. You can get the worksheet itself. You can download it for free at http://5star4one.com/make-a-family-vacations-budget-free/216. If that's a little bit much to remember, just visit 5star4one.com and do a search for vacation budget or family vacations budget, and then find the download link around the middle of the page. You can get it in Excel format or OpenOffice, and there's also a link out to get OpenOffice for free. It's just as good as Microsoft Office, and it doesn't cost you anything to use, and honestly, I've been using it for years. In fact, this presentation is made with it, and the worksheet itself was made with it, so it's just as good. Alrighty. So that's making a family vacations budget, free worksheet and tips. This video is copyright 5star4one.com, all rights reserved. This has been Barry Livingstone, and it's been a pleasure talking with you. I hope you go and download the free worksheet, and I hope it helps you plan great family vacations in the future. Good luck.